Hi, my name is Shimla Sharan and my register number is UR15CS356. So the aim of this experiment is to use the PLSQL programming, that is procedures and functions, to apply to the already created tables and from the questions that is already given here. So the first question is to write a PLSQL procedure that will accept product ID from the user and check if the product supplied by the supplier and display the status. So we have to check if it is if the product that is given as the input is supplied by the supplier. So for that I use a create or replace procedure and create the procedure name, and I've given the input as product ID and the output as supplier ID, and the query that I've given is select distinct product ID into supplier ID, that is the input that I'm giving here from the supplier, from the table supplier, where the product ID is equal to prod ID. So if the product ID is equal to the supplier ID, then the product has been supplied, and if the input is equal to the product ID, then it displays the supplier supplies this product. So I use a set server output on, and I declare a variable BB of the type number, and I give the input as 1000. This is the product ID, and BB is the output, that is the supplier ID. So then the supplier, so if the product 1000 is supplied, then the output is given as supplier supplies this product. Next is write a procedure to calculate total price for the product that has been supplied and pass the supplier ID as the argument. So here I create the procedure name TP and give the input as supplier ID and the output as variable as P. Now the query is select sum of price into P, that is the output, from order quantity table. And also I'm inner joining a supplier table and give the condition where SID is equal to supplier ID, and I give the output as P. So this gives a sum as the output. Now set server output on. S is the number that is the output variable declared here, and TP is the procedure name 4, S, where 4 is the supplier ID. So it adds the total price and gives the output as 81,100. Okay, so the next question. The next question is to write the procedure called raise quantity, which increases the quantity of the ordered product. It accepts an order ID and quantity to the increase. It uses a product ID to find the current quantity from the order table and and update the quantity. So I create a procedure called raise number and give the input and output variables. I update the order quantity table with by giving order quantity is equal to order quantity plus the current order quantity, and I give the condition where order quantity is the input that is gotten from the order ID is the input or gotten from the user, and also I select updated order quantity from the order table and give the condition as well. And then I declare a variable W and give the from the table procedure name, that is 100, 5, W, that is the input and the output that was yet to be received. And when you see the value is raised, that is 100 is our value, so it is raised. Next question is to write a PLSQL function to return the product name where the product ID is passed as an argument. So product, I create a procedure for prod1, and I give the input as product ID and the output as product name, and I select the product description, that is the product name, into pro name, that is the input given from the output that is given in the procedure name from product, where product ID is equal to prod ID and the output I give a pro name. And when I give the input as 3000, I can get the output as bookshelf, because that is the product ID of the that is the product name of the product ID 3000. Next is to write a function to return maximum quantity ordered by a customer. So I create a function called maxQuant and return the maximum number 10 and I initialize the maximum number is equal to 0, and the order is select maximum of order quantity into the maxi, that is the value that I've already initialized from order quantity, and I return the value once the function is executed. So the function is created. Next I declare a variable c, and I equate it to the function created. Then I give the output as a maximum quantity ordered, and the variable is given, and when I give enter, I give the maximum order quantity from the table order quantity as 20. Next is to find sum of digits of a given number. So I okay, so here I declare variables a, b, c and d, where a is gotten as an input from the user, and d is equated to 0, and I equate c to 0. I create a loop where b is equal to a mod 10 and d is equal to d plus b, and a is floor of a by 10, and we have to end the loop, and the output is given as c, and that is the sum of the digits input gotten from is d. So I enter the value as 35. So the old value the entered value is 35, and the sum of 5 plus 3 is 8. This is gotten. So this is my procedure experiment, and thank you.